Welcome guys, we are back today with a DaVinci Resolve tutorial. As of today we have the version, the DaVinci Resolve 17, and we're gonna go through some of the features of DaVinci Resolve. And remember, this version of a video editor is actually completely free. You can go to the website. I'll link the website down below on the description, so you can go and download this DaVinci Resolve, and it's very easy to use. We're gonna go through with my friend Orcosaro, which is actually here with me. Hi,
yes,
Orcosaro.
hello.
So Orcosaro is gonna be with me. He's more of an expert on video editing, as most of you already know. Orcosaro is part of the video editor on Team LBG. So if you have any questions, if you want to have your actual intro or your Twitch channel done and you don't know what to do, or you don't know how to edit your videos, you can contact him and he will do an excellent job for you. Also, as well as everything else for YouTube, if you have any ideas and you want to do something, he can edit the videos for you, and he's an amazing video editor and he does a great job. So if you guys have ever watched the L vlog videos on this channel, on this YouTube channel, I got some L vlogs, which is kind of like my life. That was my life in Liverpool and whatnot. So you can actually do all of that, has been edited by him, and he's done an excellent job. Now let's go with DaVinci Resolve. Once you download DaVinci Resolve and you open it for the first time, obviously none of this is going to appear on your screen. This is just the stuff that I've been obviously using. If you want to begin a new project, you have a selection right here that says new project, and you can actually, create a folder and whatnot. If you double click on the Untitled project, you will create a new project as well. Or if you double click on one of your saved projects, you can just double click on them and you will actually be able to just jump back in. So with this, the only thing that I find about this is kind of like the thumbnails don't really update. Like this, some of the thumbnails are like very from the past, from what I had in the past. But I don't know if they are trying to solve that out, but they solve this. But it kind of like feels like the thumbnails is not like the latest saved video that I have. But for the purpose of teaching you guys for this tutorial, we are gonna begin a new project. So we're gonna double clicking here, so you can like I said, you can change the font, the size of the actual thing. So it's kind of like very easy to actually use. And let's click on here, and this is what you get presented with. This is like complete black screen. In here you're gonna drop your actual clips. You're gonna drop your clips, your audio, your if you have any images or anything, this is where it's gonna be dropping. This is where it's gonna be the video that you're gonna be seeing in a second, and this is what we are working with. This is the timeline. So from here, Orcosaurus, any tricks that you would like to share using this?
I don't know. I need to think. Can you actually make permanent folders in DaVinci, like a permanent media pool? Because if you can, it would be actually wise to like pack clips into that permanent media pool that you use all the time, basically. So you don't have a time, so you don't waste time always dragging and dropping everything in there.
Yeah.
New bin. It's new bin,
yeah.
I think.
Yeah. So
new bin.
Exactly. Yeah. So if you create a new bin, for example, if you click on the new bin. So I wanted to, before I do that, let's remove this bin. So let's just say you're gonna import a few videos. Okay. So we got a few videos here. So we're gonna import those 4 videos. So we're gonna change, it says here, it changed the project frame rate. So select the clips has a different frame rate to the project. Would you like to change the timeline frame rate to match? So you can change the frame rate to match your actual clips. Right, so before this, let's say you have these 4 clips, right? So those 4 clips, you want to have them, always on every single video. So let's just say one of them is your intro, the other one is your outro, and, you have a couple of things who actually are gonna be, you're gonna be using quite often. So you can just right click and then you can create a new bin. So once you create a new bin, so you can call it, you know, let's just call it clips. So we just call it clips, and then what you can do is like literally select all of this and drag it in here. Boom. So now when you have this, you click on your folder and that folder opens and you have all your clips in here. So very simple, very easy. So you can go back to your master. There is a selection over here. So you can just select here and just go back and going back onto the master. You can import more media, you know, Control I always import the media. So let's just say we're gonna be importing some sounds. So I got a few sounds over here. So just let me open my sounds in just 1 second. So let's just say we have some sound effects. So let's just go with the, oh yeah. So these sound effects, let's just say we got a couple of more sounds, you know, coming. Let's just select a few more of them. So you have a bunch of sounds. So because you don't want to your master screen to be closer with so many things going on at the same time, you can create another bin and just put sounds in here. And I would recommend you to do this all the time. So just go and select all your files and organize them. You know, with sounds, clips, I usually have an intro, an outro, then I have sounds on a different place. Then you have like graphics that you want to appear on your screen. So I have all of this put in folders already. So I kind of like very easy to, you know, if I want to go to sounds or I want to have music on, so you just have another folder that says music. I just go on it and I know I can just go and drag it over here. So, right. So with this, now let's just go and drag one of the clips onto, you know, we're gonna drag one of the clips onto this, onto the timeline. So we have the timeline right here. So we drag this clip onto a timeline, so you can actually move it up. You know, can move it to one side and the other. So you know, let's just move this over here. So we have here is the timeline. This is your timeline. So you can drag this to one side or the other. You have all of this here. You can check everything. You see the image is appearing now on the right side. So over here, you can see everything that's going on. You can play it. You can actually, if you want to cut, let's just say we want to cut this thing slightly. No? Okay, we're gonna, I actually, usually, this is like the main screen where I just add all the folders on this second page. I actually, myself, I go to the third page, which is the edit page. I add all, let's just say I add all the assets on this page because it's easier to see for the folders. Now, if I come over here, I can see, I can edit everything. I can move it around. I can move this thing around and I can see the image perfectly. So still, I have my folders over here and I got the master. I got my folders. They're all on the left side. As you can see, they're all on the left side. They're quite easy to identify. So, and the timeline is right here. So this is your timeline. This is what you're working with. So let's just say you want to cut like a couple of seconds and it's quite difficult. So let's just say from second 24 to second 27, we want to cut it. So you can go in and you go onto the second 27. So with this dragging tool over here, it's quite easy to actually select it by seconds. And this is the cut tool. Okay, so you have, this is the normal tool and this is the cut one, which is the blade. If you press B, it will change into the blade. Each one of them has a different thing. So the arrow is A, B is B, the blade, you know, you have all the, obviously the shortcuts right next to them. You can see them on the actual name. So let's just say we want to cut this section. You can either press delete. If you press delete, the other clips will come together. And if you press the backspace, it will disappear. Let's just say you want to put something in the middle. You press backspace. As you can see right now, there is nothing in the middle. So let's just press, let's undo this. And let's just press delete instead. So if you want to put those two clips together, you press delete. Boom. They they get together. It stitches the two parts together, and you can see right there is, you know, there is a cut and it continues. Those are basically the basics of adding, obviously editing the clips and obviously just cutting clips and adding other clips and putting sounds on it. So as you can see right here, you got one audio track and one video track. So you can add as many video tracks and as many audio tracks as you want. You can drag this slightly up if you want to have more space in here. So let's just say we want to add a sound clip. So we got a sound, we can add the sound somewhere over here. Let's just say you want to add an extra clip. So let's just drag the clip and just put it over here. So you can add as many audio and video tracks as you want. So let's just go, we can go to the track 3 on video and the track 3 on audio. So now let's just say you want to drag this video. Yes.
Just to say something, it is important to know that the video that is over the other videos in the timeline takes precedence. So that means if you play it now, you will just see the clip in the upper timeline. You will not see the clip in the lower timeline.
Yes.
That is important to know if you edit with multiple clips and what you want to do with them.
It kind of makes sense what Orgosaurus is saying, because as you can see, it's like a tower. The higher you get, it's gonna be the first thing that is gonna be on the screen. So if you have something in here, this is gonna be seen instead of the lower clip. So the lower clip is gonna be on the background. Let's just say you are talking about, like, we have a Destiny clip right here. So let's just say you're talking about Destiny and you're recording yourself talking about Destiny. So for example, you can record yourself with audio and video with OBS. You can be recording yourself, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna go with this and you're gonna put it on top. So you can mute the track of the actual trailer by clicking on this here. So now it says mute track. So now you're not gonna hear absolutely nothing about the clip on Destiny, for example, but you are gonna be hearing yourself talking, because the audio track that is not muted, the highest one is audio 1, because there is nothing on audio 3. As we can see, it's completely empty. Audio 2 is covered, but we have muted the audio 2, and the only audio that you're gonna hear is audio 1. So you can record yourself talking about the trailer, and you can be running the trailer on the front, and you're not gonna be seeing yourself, for example, your actual face. Let's just say you want to do that, or let's just say that's what I was gonna go into. So let's just say you want to just port the actual trailer, but you want to port only the image. You don't want to port the sound. Okay, we can do that as well. So all you're gonna do is double click in here. So you double click. If you double click on the clips, for example, the clip is gonna appear over here. If you double click on the sound is gonna appear over here. So let's just go for the clip. Okay, so we double click on the clip and the clip appears over here. So on the clip, you can see on the timeline right here, you can drag and you can check everything on the video. So let's just say we want to drag only the video format, not the audio. So there is a symbol here, which is the video symbol. So if you grab this and you drag it right here, as you can see right now, the video has been ported, but not the audio. So basically, you don't have to mute anything, for example, and only the video has been ported over here. Absolutely no sound. Let's just say you want to port the audio and not the video. So there is a same system right here. As you can see, the video and the audio is right next to it. So you click on the audio, you drag it right here, and now only the audio has been transferred. There is absolutely no video and there is only audio over here. So this is the way that you can multi-level. You can start doing your editing if you want to start doing layers on top of your video, and you're doing, like, for example, a tutorial and you want to be showing stuff in the meantime. So you can actually import images, you can import videos, you can import sounds, and they will be over here. So let's just say you have way too many tracks and you are just changing stuff and you're like, oh, I don't need that many tracks. There is a lot of empty tracks. They're all, you know, I don't even know how many tracks I got, because most of the times, if you're editing, depending on the video that you're editing, you will probably end up with like 5, 6 video tracks, 5 or 6 audio tracks, and it could be very confusing, and you don't even know if there is something going on each one of them. So you can actually, on the video tracks or the audio tracks, you can actually right click and you can do delete empty tracks. So whatever track is empty, it will be gone. So now you can check on what tracks do you have and what do you have on each track. So let's just say delete empty tracks. As we don't have absolutely nothing on the other tracks, boom, all the tracks have disappeared, both audio and video. So it kind of like makes it easier for you to identify if there is something on different tracks, and you know, do you have too many tracks and you want to, you know, kind of like reduce it for you to see everything that is going on. Anything else in here that you would like to talk about, Orko?
No, I think we covered most of it. Like, just it is just, I think one of the most important aspects I said probably to know is which clip takes precedence over which one.
Yeah. Always the top, always the lower on audio will take preference. So the audio is quite like it goes down, because obviously both of them cannot go up because it will be really confusing. So audio, the higher you get on the audio, on the video, the higher you get on the video, it will be preference and it will be shown on the screen. Like always, every single time you're doing it, you always go and check in here. Just make sure before you actually export it and you know, you're gonna download it, always check the video is as you want it to be. If you have any other audio, the further the audio goes down, the priority it gets. You can actually, one thing that I actually forgot to mention that you can actually add is actually images. You want to add images, you can also add images to your screen. So let's just add this image right here. So we can go onto this like Twitch image. So if you want to add this Twitch image, you can actually go onto, drag it into the video. So that image right now, as you can see, is on the middle of the screen. So you can actually click on here and your settings are gonna be right here on your right side of the video. So let's make this slightly bigger so we can see the image right here. So at this tab, you can have the zoom, you can have the cropping, you have the composite, you have the stabilization, you can change dynamic zoom, you can change a lot of things here. So if you want to make it smaller, you go onto the zoom and you change the zoom. So all you have to do is click in here and just drag left and right. That's simple. Left and right. Super simple. You can change the position to one place and you can change it up or you can change it down. So let's just say we want to put this right here on the middle for like a few seconds and we want it to disappear after that. So you can actually go and over here and you can make it a little bit longer. Let's just say we want it to be like 2 or 3 seconds. And when the video is playing, like now the image is gonna appear right here on the middle. And then when the video continues playing, now the image is gonna go away. And you can add as many images as you want and as many things. Obviously, you can add a sound when that image pops up and whatnot. Also with the video, same thing with the video. If you want to amend whatever you want to amend with the video, you can actually do the same thing. You can zoom in the video and you can zoom out the video. You can change the position of the video. You can create different anchor points if you want to zoom in and to zoom out. Also on the video, as you can see, there is a difference on the video that there is not on the actual image. On the actual image, you're only gonna have video, this tab over here. But if you actually click on the video that you're actually changing the stuff, you can actually see video and audio as well. So you can change the volume of your audio in here. You can increase it, you can decrease it. And obviously you can change everything else. Obviously I don't really mess around with the equalizer or anything. I usually just mess around with the volume just in case it's too loud or it's too quiet. You know, adjust the volume so it's perfect. Remember to select to click on the actual thing. As you can see right here, the audio is on -16, and if I click on the other one, the audio is actually on 0. So you can have to select it obviously individually per you know, per clip. Now, on the bottom side, as you can see, the toolbox on the bottom side on the left, you can see right here, you got titles, video transitions, audio transitions, generators, effects, and you have a bunch of other things. Like you have effects like a blur. All of these, most of them are actually with DaVinci Resolve Studio. I think this is the DaVinci Resolve Studio. No, that's actually an image over here. So you can actually add this onto this thing. So you, like, some of them are actually, you know, for the DaVinci Resolve. I believe that's for the paid version of DaVinci Resolve.
Yeah, those are the OpenFX.
Yeah, it's $2.99 US. Not too bad. Full, isn't it? You have full, no limitation, full access to DaVinci Resolve for life.
Yeah, yeah.
Anything you wanted to mention?
No.
Okay, so
it's just if you generally if you go into these kinds of effects and stuff like that, then DaVinci Resolve is very limited.